Right, I've got a double bed here, small double. I'm going to try and use this in the back of the van. I'm going to use the struts that go across the shelf at the back, and I might actually use the side bits to support it if I decide to make 2 benches. I don't like chucking anything away, so let's see how we go. Right, this might be a little bit of overkill. What I've decided to do is actually use these brackets here. So what I'm proposing to do is I've just cut myself a piece of wood. Again, this might be overkill, it might be a bit heavy. I'm proposing to put this in here, fix it actually onto these 2 pins, and by doing that it'll be fixed in place. And then what I can do is run those bed struts from left to right off of this. Maybe connect a piece of wood along here as well, another baton, so it actually brings it out to maybe this kind of length, maybe about 4 foot long in total. Hold it in place with these little puppies, and then what I'll do is have a bed, hopefully, which is fixed, and we'll see what that looks like, see what that feels like, see if it's strong enough, see if there's enough storage underneath. If it is, it's going to save a lot of mucking about and not having to make some boxes. And even better than that, I'll be able to get some under bed sliders to store stuff in underneath the bed itself. The length of this wood is 86 centimetres, and that's to make sure it definitely fits in. And as you can see, it definitely does. It goes all the way back, which is nice. What I've really got to decide is where I want that wood fixed. Do I want it there, or do I want it there? I shall have a little think about that. Possibly bring it out just a little bit, so that I can put another batten along here. It won't, it'll fit in perfectly. Let's see anyway. Let's see how we get on with that. Now, I'm not particularly good when it comes to DIY, but I like giving these things a go. So I've got a drill, I've got some of these wood bits, and I'm assuming it will be either this one or this one. And then in order to be able to sink it all the way through, I'm going to need one big enough to get the bolt in. So I need to find one of these a little bit bigger. So possibly I'll be going for something like that. Okay, having made a couple of errors, I'm hoping this is the bit that works. I've cut 2 pieces of wood, 86 centimetres long, which slip in here nicely. I've drilled a hole, or 2 holes, to go over these clamps. These holes are 28mm wide, and right at the very bottom, to get these through, the last bit is 12mm. Okay, so 28mm, 12mm and 12mm to fit this bit in. Okay, and what I'm hoping is that these will now slip in perfectly. The other thing I did have to do as well, by the way, I had to chisel out just a little bit here to get over this wheelie bit. Okay, so to get over that wheelie bit, I had to chisel a little bit out. So that and that, they go in nicely. These 2 bolts are going to fit, one in there and one in there. Well, nuts and bolts, I don't know what they're called, you know. One's a nut, one's a bolt. You know these things, probably. I don't. That goes in there nicely. I can hand screw them together using one of these. Ta-da, which is what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to do exactly the same, or should I say, I have done exactly the same on the other side. Right then, this is the progress that I've made. I fixed the strut on both sides by using the fastenings that were already in place from where I took the chairs out. So this piece of wood is now fixed down. I've put the struts in loosely, and I could choose to velcro them to make them easy in, easy out, because they're not really going to go very far when they've got a mattress on top. Plenty of space underneath for storage, whether they be slide out boxes or fixed boxes to support the struts above, I don't know yet. I might also use a bit from the bed to support under here. Also don't know how big to get this to carry on coming out, because I could always put another support in here to bring the bed even further out. But using this, that's a 6 foot bed. So if you've got a mattress on top all the way to here, that's 6 foot, or well over 6 foot. So What to do next? Don't know. Bit tired. I'm going to leave it.